Today we are going to look at an industry insight which is primarily targeting to our contract cosmetic manufacturers in India. So this particular session, what we're going to do, just to help you understand how great is the market. Number two, where is the market? And number three, we will talk about how you can get there to tap that market. Right? So this is really going to be an eye-opening for a couple of people who are into the same industry and trying to scale up the business, especially when you are a contract cosmetic manufacturer. Right? So let me take back onto my slides. They are just basically for handy slides, but it is going to help you to gain out some important insights, make use of these insights, and in case you need any further help, I am there to help you out. So let's look at it. So now, when I look at the overall global beauty market, what we have, especially as I said, for the industry stakeholders who are into the production of cosmetics in India, and for you, if you have to sell it to the Indian market or into international market, so where are those opportunities? So what we have, let's look at it. So first thing first, we look at here right now, if you see on the screen, we've got roughly around 440 billion market estimated global opportunity which we are lying right now, and which is expected to grow up to 1.15 trillion by 2034. You can really imagine the growth what this industry has got. And but the point is how this growth is coming through. So there are a few reasons behind that. One is the digital adoption or actually technology adoption, the use of technology, the AI is the use of mobile websites, social media, they're able to increase the adoption rate for the product. Then comes the premiumization. It means now, as I said, if you look at globally, the people's spending capacity is improving, increasing. So that it means people are really moving towards the premiumization part of it. People want to look at the premium products for their consumption. And the other most important thing, which the whole world is actually talking about, especially when you look at the European market, is all about sustainability. So if you are a contract manufacturer, you have to really take these three important insights into consideration. One is make use of technology, build your product and scale up to the premium level. Thirdly, adopt the sustainability into your production process, reduce the carbon footprints, and make it more useful or healthy for the climate. So that is where is the entire market what we have. Now, we being an Indian manufacturer, so what is the advantage we have got? See, the world has been really uh, categorized, if I say, like one will look at the European markets as one of the standards into the industry. But whereas when I look at the Asian market, especially when I look at India as a market, so we have got one beautiful, I would say, composition, what we call as a eye beauty, which is a technically it means Indian beauty. So Indian beauty, if we look at our Indian cosmetic industry, which is driven by the Ayurveda and the clean beauty what we talk about. So I think the mix of Ayurveda natural ingredients into your cosmetic formulation can really give an added advantage to position yourself into the markets where it matters the most, right? And I could say it is one of the perfect win-win situation to tap the Western market, which is already driven by many more better and competitive brands. So how do we get onto that part? So looks like the strategy part of it. So strategy tracks very well. If you really want to start, you are a Indian cosmetic manufacturer. So for you, you have to start looking at if you have been serving to India, good. But if you think that India is getting saturated and you are still lagging behind in making use of your production capacity, and you need more buyers. So in that case, you can start looking at the UAE as a very premium market, followed by Nepal and Bangladesh, where the demand and volume is very, very high, right? And the other good thing, if you look at to get into that market is quite easy in comparison to US or into European market, right? Now, if you're going to look at, so this thing what I said, so UAE, Nepal and Bangladesh is great for you to get entry into an international market. But in case you have already got an entry into the international market, now you want to create your want to position yourself into the premium segment. So for premium segment, the next market for you could be you can target to US, European, and Australian market, where you are able to get high margins and you can build your brand for premium exports. So this is the overall, I could say, executive summary which I'm giving you about the market, the global market for the cosmetic industry. Let's move on further to learn a couple of more important things here. Now, this is what we were talking about. The growth is certainly going to be a very phenomenally amazing one. So right now we're in 2025, which is roughly around to be 440 billion. And by 2034, it is going to be touching $1.15 trillion. Right? So this is an amazing one. So if you look at cumulative CAGR is around 6.7%, which is an amazing stuff. Right? Then we also looked at the regional engines. So where you need to focus on. So as a Asia Pacific is a key market for you to start getting into this one. North America and Europe for the premium stuff. And the key drivers for this growth is, as I said, the rising grooming awareness. The world is actually getting more aware because of the digital penetration, awareness, and people are getting exposed to it, and that is how it is creating that awareness in the market, and that awareness is getting the demand for the product. Secondly is a rapid digital shopping adoption. Now, if you look at in India as a market, people have really started doing shopping not only in tier one, but you can go to tier two and tier three. And in fact, it is now going towards the rural market as well. So the need and demand is getting humongous because of the digital adoption and the logistical support provided by the government and the companies worldwide and in India to go to the rural places as well. And third thing, as I said, the sustainability is a key thing which you have to keep into your process and try to benchmark the product as a premium brand product. So that will give you a very amazing growth over a period of time. Probably by 2034, you can actually see amazing growth happening to your business. Let's look at some more stuff. So as we are talking about the Indian beauty, right? So India as a market, which we always say is driven by the concept of Ayurveda, and which means basically we look at the natural ingredients to uh, do the cleansing of body or making the use of those products, natural herbs, to make it as a cosmetic stuff. So here, this is the advantage what we have because world knows us as a Ayurveda hub for the world. So people trust the Ayurveda stuff coming from India. The spices, the herbs were well known. So I think using this composition of Ayurveda and your clean beauty combined together, you can make an amazing differentiator for your product into the international market. Okay, let's look at some. All right. Now, into this entire categories, what is your main growth categories or product segment? So, number one is certainly the skincare, which is a dominant line into a business model. So, focus on to the skincare products, followed by organic and clean sustainable products. And thirdly is the men's grooming segment as well, which is actually growing at a very large pace worldwide. In case you are not onto this side, it is high time to start thinking about it and make a presence over there into this particular category. All right. So now this is of important thing. So I just said, if you are, so I'm giving you three different, I could say two different strategies. Number one, if you're a manufacturer serving to India, but now looking to expand further, and you're a first timer exporter to international market, then in that case, I recommend you start focusing on the UAE market, Nepal and Bangladesh. And UAE is actually a nice thing, because UAE, if you look at it is actually a amazing country wherein you could see people from almost all the continents, from all the countries. People come from US, Europe, right? Singapore, Australia. People from all the nationalities, they come, converse there, they work together. So it means it is a diversified, amazing market. If you're able to create your presence into UAE market, it actually gives you intro to move to the next other bigger competitive countries. So in your portfolio, you should be actually focusing more onto UAE. In case you don't want to get out of Nepal and Bangladesh, still that's okay. But look at UAE is an amazing market. Okay. Next, and what products you should look at? So certainly, as I said, the mass market is about skincare, herbal products, and daily essentials can be marketed into UAE. And by the way, Dubai acts as a re-export hub for the Middle East and North American market. MENA. So I think keeping that in the mind, which I was saying you that UAE could be an amazing place for you to start focusing your attention. All right, now look at something more interesting part here is the what should be a strategy when you're trying to look at the you're already present into international market, but maybe not playing in the premium segment. So in that case, here you can look at the if you look at the target markets, it could certainly going to be Europe and North America and Australia. Europe, why it is great if you look at Germany especially. So these guys they value the natural or eco-friendly products. Italy is great for herbal and premium stuff, and New Zealand is focusing more onto sustainability and ethical uses or ethically sourced or created products for them. It matters them. So typically, what how this is an important thing for you. See, first thing first, when you're trying to export into all these major countries, so first thing first, you have to comply with the guidelines or any terms and conditions what is being given or defined by that respective country for exporters, adhere to that. So you do it on the back end, but I think on the forefront, you have to actually go and talk about it that your products, your processes are very much in compliance with the given guidelines for the respective country. So that when the importers into those countries they're trying to look at your business, look at your website, they're able to get the first-hand information about the process, about the products, about the sustainability aspect of the whole thing so that they are able to get a more better confidence with your business and they can start a conversation with you to take it ahead. Similarly, focus on to the other respective markets because if you're able to create your presence into these markets, sell well, you can actually start getting to the premium segment. And any business who are into the manufacturing stuff, you should focus on to this premium segment part of it. Okay, let's come back. So into these markets, what we look at, if you're really trying to focus on to the which are the cities you should start focusing on. So probably if you look at the luxury trend sectors are basically New York and Los Angeles. These people here are the early adopters of luxury stuff. And if you're able to create a presence here, I think there's no looking back. Along with that, the luxury trendsetters are again from London, Paris, and Milan. So London is gateway to Europe, and Paris and Milan for the fashion capital. We all know about it. If you look at the economic capital, so Berlin and Frankfurt, but these markets are purely focused on the sustainability, natural focus, and Amsterdam is also eco-friendly hub. So I think this is a very beautiful, I could say, positioning you can do when you're trying to target to the Berlin, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam market. And as I said, the re-export hub, certainly the Dubai as a re-export hub. So push your product to the Middle East, uh, Saudi Arabia, SA, and from there it can move to the respective countries. And Asian market, as I said, it is going to be the starting point for you to start experimenting with your export business into the neighboring countries where you can go and make a better sales. Now, how you should do it? So phase one, as I said, if you're starting new, focus on to the UAE market. So here it is going to be a mass market for you, which you would be selling to people in UAE, Nepal, and Bangladesh. Then go to the phase two, which is about your midterms. So here you are actually focusing on to getting certifications to comply with the guidelines and regulations, and you can be called as a clean beauty premium product manufacturer. And phase three should be should be putting a lot of money in doing innovations. So your job would be to move on to the personalized, science-backed herbal formulation process, right? So here, the amalgamation of the technology and personalization can actually put you into the biggest game into this industry. So what should be your next step in that case? So next step is identify your market, develop your products, then modify or enhance your digital presence by having the required documents, data on your website. You have to let the world know you are an exporter. You should define your quality standards and try to market yourself better. And in case you're not ready for that, so I am here to help you out in that case. So we are actually a digital marketing agency based in Bangalore, helping companies like yours to uh, present or market your brand and company better to the world. So that is our main forte. We leverage the entire digital marketing landscape to help you do at least two important things. One, we help you build your visibility onto the internet. Secondly, we help you to gain the business, to get the clients, to get you the high paying clients. So that is how we help the businesses like yours to use digital media for growth of your organization. Right? In case you got any follow-up questions, you can certainly let me know. I would be happy to help you, assist you.